What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets. I'm also going to break down what's going on with the economic calendar moving forward and talk about other factors following the markets. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so make sure you take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total, not to mention 8.1% APY on invested cash. This offer ends very soon in just 12 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, now let's talk about the market. So things are pretty crazy right now. The market, it looks like it could push a little bit higher than start to just be range bound, kind of like yesterday, how we saw the market range bound for most of the day before it started dumping as time went on. I'm just trying to say that I think that the market will remain range bound for most of today. And then we're going to be looking for a huge move once we get to FOMC. So, what's on the agenda for today? Today is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. We're getting some building permits and housing data, which is all very minor. There's nothing too crazy that's coming out, but look at this. At 11:30 a.m., we have the 17-week bill auction. It might cause some volatility, but nothing too crazy. And then the main time for some volatility, for a very high, crazy amount of volatility, actually, is going to be 2 o'clock p.m. because we have the rate hike decision or rates decision coming out, whether the Fed gives us a cut by 25 basis points or 50 basis points. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to cause a massive, massive move, guys. So get ready for that. And then we also have the interest rate projections coming out. That's going to cause another very, very massive move. So get ready for all of this. It's going to be huge. And then there's going to be even more volatility at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Jerome Powell's speech at the conference. So we have the decision coming out at 2 p.m. with all these other projections, and then the conference at 2:30 p.m. So look for some volatility. Now, as far as the Fed goes, I just want to say that whatever Jerome Powell says will also have a big effect on us. If the Fed gives us 25 basis points, the market may not like that as much, but then at that point, it's going to depend a lot on what Jerome Powell says. Does he pump the market higher? Does he say the Fed is entering an easing cycle and they have more plans to cut more? Or right? If they give us 50 basis points, the market may like that. We may get a very positive reaction in the beginning. And if he continues to say what he has to say, the market could continue to pump, at least temporarily, right? So we'll see. Does the market pump more? Does the market get a rug pull? It all depends on the Fed and what Jerome Powell says. That is the main market moving catalyst for the day. The market thinks there's a 63% chance we get a 50 basis point cut and about a 37% chance we get a 25 basis point cut. We'll just have to wait and see. So, what do I see for SPY? I think that it's possible we try to push this for this imbalance fill all the way up here. I think we could push and get very close to 565, then possibly reject and just continue to trade sideways between 563 and 565 for today for the time being. And that's going to be likely approaching FOMC. We just kind of trade within a range, approaching the big release of the rate decision. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, look for a big move. Will we be pumping to new all-time highs? Will we get a rejection? We'll just have to wait and see. So look at 563 support. If that fails us, we're looking for 562. When that fails, we're looking for a dip. If we break past this resistance, we're looking for a bigger pump back up towards new highs. So I'll be watching, see which way we go. I presume we push a little bit higher in the morning, just like how we did yesterday. Then we come back down and consolidate. We see a lot of choppy price action in the beginning until we get the big decision at 2 p.m. For Bitcoin, we're also trading sideways. If we lose 59,600, we're looking for a dip back down to this imbalance towards 59,000 flats. And if we break past 60,000, we're looking for 60,500. I presume it's going to pump a bit, then come back down and continue to trade sideways. Then it might dip a little bit later onto this imbalance, but completely remain range bound between 59 and 60,500. So I think that's most likely what's going to happen. And then what I presume is we're going to get a very, very big move depending on what Jerome Powell says. So I'll be waiting to see how that goes. For NVIDIA, we have kind of like an inverse head and shoulders like structure, but there's no sign of this truly breaking out. If we break past 116, we're looking for a push back up towards 118 to 120. If we lose 114.94, we could be dipping a lot more. We're just range bound for now, so give this the time it needs. We have to be very, very patient. So we'll see how it goes for NVIDIA. I presume it's just going to trade sideways for now and maybe try to push higher later on to this imbalance. So we will have to wait and see. For ES, we're also just trading sideways within a range, but if we lose 56.80, we could be dipping back down. If we lose this 50 EMA, there could be a dip back down to fill this gap. If we break the high right here, we could be looking for an attempt to get up to 57.50 plus. So I think today what's going to happen is we push a little bit. We just consolidate in this range between 56.80 and the 57.25 area. We just kind of consolidate for some time. And Jerome Powell's going to either cause us to dump or maybe pump higher. We'll just have to wait and see. For Tesla, it looks like it could push higher for 230. If that breaks, we're looking for 232 potentially. And then 235 is next resistance, but it's very tough. But I'm not confident Tesla will just break through this because, you could also argue that Tesla is in a tough resistance area. I would say that if we push a little bit higher, most likely for today, we could go all the way up to 232 possibly. Then we just consolidate. We're just going to be range bound for the most part. We push higher, start tipping, just go back and forth until we get the rates decision. So we'll be watching to see what that leads to. For NQ, this is also trading sideways. We're looking for 19,700 as resistance, not to mention this imbalance at 19,800. If we lose 19,643, we could be dipping back down to fill this gap. I presume we're just going to be trading sideways in a range for now, but then watch and see what happens once we get the big release. So look for a little bit of a push in the morning. We might be pushing up to this imbalance towards 19,770. Then we trade sideways after that, so we'll see what Jerome Powell gives us. QQQ has the same thing going on. I think we're going to be trying to push up towards these highs to 475. I think 475 plus is coming. Then we might just trade sideways after that within this range. If we break 475, we're looking for 477, followed by 480. And if we lose 473, look for a dip back down towards 470. I presume we're going to push higher, then trade sideways in a range, and we'll see what happens over time because there's going to be a lot more volatility coming. For Apple, if we break past 217.75, we're looking for a pushback up towards the 218.5 area, eventually 220. If we end up losing 215, we're looking for a dip. I think Apple's going to try to rebound it, but if we break 217.75, look for a little bit of a rebound. This could help the market to some extent. Then we might trade sideways after that until we get the big rate decision. I keep saying rate hike. I'm sorry about that. The big decision for rates. For the IWM, I see that it might dip towards 218. The 218 area could be coming very close. This is 50 EMA. And it might just try to rebound and continue to trade sideways until we get the right decision. That could cause a big pump or a big dump. We'll have to wait for that. So look for some sideways price action for now. Coinbase has the same thing going on. It's just trading within a range between 156 and 167. It might dip a little bit in the morning, then come back up and trade sideways around the 160 area. So we'll see how that goes. Amazon's also trading within a range. If we break past 188, we're looking for 190. If we lose 186, we're looking for a dip back down to 184. I think we're just going to trade sideways for now between 183 and 188, and then we'll see how things go from here. For Meta, we're also looking at this resistance around 540. If that breaks, we're looking for 544. If we lose 535, we could be dipping. I think we're just going to trade sideways for now. I think we push a little bit higher for 540, then we just dip back down, and then we'll see what happens with the big decision. Microsoft may also just consolidate to hit 440 and come back down and trade sideways. Not expecting much. Google looks a little bit stronger. I think we could get closer to the 162s. We could get closer to that and then start tipping back down to 160.6 and just continue to trade within a range. And then Jerome Powell will be the big market moving catalyst. So the market's just getting ready for that. So get ready, guys. Do what you have to do. I want to thank you all so much for listening. Please have a great day. Expect a lot of chop for now, but don't forget there's going to be a massive, massive move once the decision comes out and once Jerome Powell starts his speech. So at 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when volatility comes. Until then, the market's going to be very, very range bound. All right. So have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys very soon in just a couple of hours. Until then, have a great day and peace out.